I've already reviewed the Nissan NV200 New York taxi cab version. You can look for my review on YouTube of that one. Behind me, the Nissan NV200 cargo van version. It was built to give you car-like drivability, also while handling up to a 1,500-pound load capacity. Does it pull it off? Let's find out. In terms of its looks, form follows function in the NV200. It definitely has a modern shape, and it's definitely jacked up a bit in the back. But that just shows you it's poised and ready to carry that 1,500-pound load capacity. It might be a bit of an odd shape, but it does what it's supposed to do. Offer a lot of utility and usable space in as small of a package as possible, and so I think Nissan did well with the design. Inside, it's built to be a mobile office on wheels, and it looks a bit more upscale than you might imagine for a work vehicle. The seats are highly adjustable to fit any size passenger, and on the driver's side, you get a comfortable armrest too. Folding the passenger seats down lets you use it as a workstation. Excellent. You can use the center console to hold work tickets if you like. You also get two cup holders here, a little storage on the left, and a real handbrake. Moving forward, you get a bit more storage and a charger, plus a place to hook up your USB and also your smarter iPhone. The CVT transmission stalk is actually mounted up on the dash. Ventilation controls are minimalistic and very straightforward, easy to use. And I really like the layout of Nissan's infotainment screen, which also features your navigation and your backup camera too. My SV version steering wheel features controls for the audio, also cruise control as well. On the dash you have a small tachometer and a big speedometer. You also get a little bitty menu screen here, which does give you some useful information, including your range. These vents are my favorite design of the day. Very nice. Infinitely adjustable and easy to close too. On the door you have controls for your power windows and door locks, storage here for your phone, also a lower tray of storage too. All in all, it's a very well laid out interior that packs a bit more luxury than you're expecting, and that's a good thing. As with any good cargo van, you can pop it open from either side, and when you do, you can see that there's plenty of room and also plenty of different panels and way to attach things for different businesses. Nissan really built this to be very customizable per the client's needs. There's actually two sides to open and back. Open the right side here, so that gives you access to the back. Go ahead and pop open the other one, and there you have it, up to 1,500 pounds of capacity and 123 cubic feet. That's a lot of room. Powering the NV200 is a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine which produces 131 horsepower and 139 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to a continuously variable transmission which gets you to 60 in under 10 seconds. Fuel economy is rated at 24 miles per gallon in the city and 25 miles per gallon on the highway. You can expect 24 miles per gallon overall. Pricing for the 2015 NV200 cargo van starts out at $20,720 and goes up to $21,710. Now there's two trim versions, the S, which is the entry level, and the SV, which has nice things like power windows, also keyless entry, also your controls for the radio on the steering wheel, and what I think is very important in a cargo van, cruise control. Competition comes from the likes of the Ford Transit and the Ram ProMaster cargo van. Now the Ram ProMaster does offer a second row of seating option, but the Nissan is actually the cheapest by $1,610. Now that might not seem like a lot of money, but if you're buying a whole fleet of cargo vans, well, you can see price has an extreme advantage, and Nissan is definitely looking to capitalize on that, like they have by being the least expensive sedan in America with the Nissan Versa sedan, which I have also reviewed. Check out my review of that one on YouTube. This is a very nice turn here, and you'd expect cargo van here to be a little shaky. but it's not. And in fact, it's very car-like. And although your drive position is certainly high, just hit a little bump there. I do remember the days when I used to drive a very large super van. It was an extended van. This was back in the day, in the 80s. And if you hit a bump like that, you'd still be bouncing. The suspension here is actually very taut and feels great. And another great thing is that the gearing, although the 0 to 60 time is not very impressive, the gearing is, because the 0 to 30 is really what matters when you're accelerating around town, and it actually feels quite sprightly. So I think Nissan did a great job with the NV200 here in setting it up really for daily use and what people are going to need when they're going about their daily route or their daily delivery or whatever they're going to be using this cargo van for. Very impressive. Now, the night look. I like it too. Map display looks good. Except wait, I don't see the Washington Monument on the map yet. But anyway, display looks great, and all the gauges show up quite well. And the colors to me are very neutral and easy to read. Good job, Nissan, all the way around. It is definitely a plus to have a backup camera in a cargo van. The two things that I'm really the most surprised about with the Nissan cargo van are the fact that it really does feel pretty luxurious. You know, the buttons and all the knobs that you interface with, they don't feel real cheap, and I think that's an important thing. Also, I'm really surprised by the car-like feel. Sure, it's a large cargo van, but, you know, like I said, I used to drive some pretty big super vans back in the day, and this one just feels worlds apart from those, and I think it offers a great alternative for companies that really don't want to have a huge van or truck driving around. They can do the same thing in this, and that saves them a bit of money in fuel and also purchase price too. In the end, the NV200 fills a very important gap, I think, in the American market. These things have been popular in Europe for many, many years, and I think that with the customizable ability of the NV200 and its great price, I think it's definitely going to catch on here in America too. This NV200 has really been expertly engineered to offer an office-like environment while being fully customizable for whatever you might want to use it for. And the most impressive surprise to me is the fact that it really does drive very car-like. Handles just like any other car, really, with a slightly higher center of gravity. Very impressive. And most importantly, very easy to drive with a relatively small turning circle. I really think the NV200 in both taxi and cargo van version are going to be selling very well here in America, and for good reason. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. I'm Drivin Ivan Katz.